In the last 8 weeks of dieting, I lost a total of 10 pounds. But in the last 2 of those weeks, I've implemented a new dieting style. High days, low days, and dig days, which has allowed me to gain muscle and lose fat simultaneously. Let me explain. Now, for the sake of time, I want to see if I can knock this out in under 60 seconds. So we're going to put a timer up here and simply explain how I like to currently structure my days. All right, let's go. So first thing you need to do is find your maintenance. And how do you do that? Is taking your body weight, multiplying that by 14, and that should give you a rough estimate of your maintenance. It's not a perfect equation, but it'll get you somewhere pretty close. Now, let's go over our high day. So this is what I'm currently eating today. So your high day is either 300 calories above your maintenance or 300 calories into its deficit. This is all in relation to how low your low days are or your dig days. So if you're eating lower foods on missed days, oftentimes you'll be closer into the deficit number, or if you're still at a pretty high state, you could be eating slightly above. It really just depends on how your body takes in carbs and really what gives your body that kind of pop and fuel to get through the rest of your days and keep training efficient. And then when it comes to your low days are simply 300 calories into your maintenance or up to 700 calories into your maintenance. Currently, my low days are closer to 600, and I see that because that's what I see my body getting the best results at. So again, it's all in relation, but this is typically how I like to structure my low days. Now, dig days, that's the days, that kind of suck, but you go minus 700 calories to roughly 1,000 plus calories into your deficit. Now, these are the days you tend to drive the loss of body fat the most. Now, the way that I like to typically structure these in a 7-day week is simply like this. So I might have one day or high day. I might have 3 low days and 3 dig days. Now, 3 dig days might seem like a lot, but when you sprinkle in the low days and the high days, it gives you a little bit more motivation to get through the suck while also losing more body fat. Keep in mind, I'm currently anywhere between 7 and 8 weeks out from my show. So because of that, the dig days are going to be higher, the low days will be a little bit higher, and the refeed days are going to be a little bit lower, but also this helps with training intensities, this helps with mental sanity, and at the same time, this truly helps with making sure that your body is still responsive to taking in carbs, so it makes your body stay primed. You guys remember in the last video when we talked about the number on the scale and how does it have a mental effect on you to start your day? Well, I've been really trying to detach from that thought process, and I've noticed a positive trend really since I made that video. Weight has been dropping steadily. My look has been getting significantly tighter, but one thing that you'll notice, and I'll pop it up here on the screen, weight in general can just be inconsistent. So with that, if you attach your moods to it, then your mood will be inconsistent. And I'm a firm believer that your physical will always follow your mental. So truly been just riding the midline with every single check-in, but in the same breath, I can't detach from the fact that I'm still an athlete. I know how it feels to see that number go down, but also see the visual trend. So I'm very happy with where we are. We haven't made a single macro adjustment in the past 3 weeks, and my body has just been uber responsive and at a rate where it's sustainable, and also proving and showing that muscle is not being lost or sacrificed, unlike previous preps when we made adjustments drastically, ripped food down, really had no high days throughout the entire process. So I think learning from my previous mistakes, not only just by emotions with numbers, but also from dieting, has just made this process so much more efficient. And truthfully, I couldn't be happier with the trends that I'm seeing. But your boy is starving right now. After yesterday's low day, it's time to go eat.
I'll be with you again. Yeah, we know it feel like time moves slowly. Baby, until the end, I'll be counting down the hours. Been marking off the days, baby, I'll wait for you.
All right, guys, so this puts a massive smile on my face. Haven't seen a meal this big in, I guess it's really been 4 days now. But right now, we're taking down meal one, which consumes of 150 grams of 93.7 ground beef, 235 grams of liquid egg whites, 1 whole egg, 70 grams of Quaker oatmeal, 100 grams of blueberries, and 15 grams of peanut butter. And yes, the peanut butter is in the ground beef. Do not knock it until you try it. And something that might even ick you guys out a little bit more is something new that I've been doing. And this prep definitely changes your taste buds, to say the least. But guys, this is amazing. Oatmeal and ground beef, I'm telling you, you gotta give this a try. I'm gonna take this meal down, watch some Netflix, relax. This is usually my time. I eat 5 times a day. So I'm relaxed, kind of set my environment, and again, just have a little bit of time before I give all my other time to everybody else.
I still can't believe that's me. I know you're going to hear me say this over and over again, and I know we're only 10 weeks out, so I can't wait to see what I am like on show day, but I never thought that I would ever look like this, and I don't think I've been this weight since like before college. I've never had this much muscle, and the fact that I have done it through your help and through body recomp and like literally learning every single week all the different things you do in macros, I could not be more grateful, and I could not imagine doing this with anyone else.
If you guys do not air fry your asparagus, you guys are doing something wrong. I'm telling you right now, get on this wave. It'll change the entire game. One thing before bodybuilding that I never valued was how good honey actually was. So we got 15 grams of honey, which if I could put honey on any or every single meal, I would be a very happy prepper. Now, we have 15 grams of honey. Prep brain is kicking in. 70 grams of asparagus, 130 grams of white rice, and 170 grams of ground beef. So this is my favorite meal of prep. It's something with the honey combo with the rice, beef, the fried up asparagus that adds so much.
The type of man that puts it back in the microwave after it's steaming hot already. I'm convinced you have no nerves in your tongue.
Now, when I say me time, I really mean me and my iPad and Netflix. So I binge shows in prep. Like, it's pretty sickening. There's not many shows on Netflix that I haven't watched. So now they just recently put this show called The Resident on. Basically, it shows you behind the scenes of what medical life looks like. It's like medical drama, but apparently it's like the closest thing you'll actually see. It's kind of wild. So I've been binging this. So for example, I've been watching this now for 4 days. I'm on season 2, episode 14. It's pretty wild, but you'll be surprised. When you eat 5 meals a day, you have a lot of me time, right? And when you go to sleep or lay in bed at like 8 o'clock every single night, you get an opportunity to watch some good TV. So that's what I've been doing. It's kind of calming my brain, you know, turning my phone off and just woosah. So that's what I'm doing now. Woosah. Good morning. So first, I want to thank you for getting your check-in over on time, and I appreciate the level of detail within your video. Now, there's a few things here that I want to touch on. I need to emphasize how proud I am of you after last week's mishap to your bounce back this week. Again, I know it wasn't easy, and I know with this being your first prep that there are going to be pain points and struggles that pop up. I want to emphasize this and remind you that during those times, I need you to come to me, lean on me. The reason why I like using my previous experience is simply due to the fact that there's not many things that athletes go through that I haven't felt at some point in time in my career. And struggling with food and cravings and habit control is one of those things. So please make sure that next time you feel any kind of urge, I'm the first person you come to. Now, this week you got back on it, you locked in, And now you can see the consistent trends that we've been seeing this entire process get back into full swing. Now, after this week's 3-pound drop, the main thing that I want to focus on is keeping this trend alive. This will not be an easy process, right? We will be asked to get very uncomfortable at multiple different points throughout these next 10 weeks. But if you continue to do what you have been doing throughout this entire process, we will be ready, and you will be the best version of yourself come stage time. So truthfully, there's a reason why you haven't seen full day of eatings on the channel lately. You know, at the end of the day, when you're in prep, there's not much spontaneity. You know, especially the way that I like to diet. I like to simply try to control all of my variables. I like to try to keep things consistent. And I'll say it again, monotonous. So full day of eatings aren't necessarily the most fun. Like, there's not much personality. White rice, 250 grams. Now this is my biggest meal. This is my pre-workout meal. So we're getting ready to head to the gym and crush a crazy back day. Guys, I cannot stress how happy I am with the progress of my back after losing size last year. So that's one. And then chicken. So the first 2 meals are chicken. The next 2 meals are, or first 2 meals were beef. The second 2 meals are chicken. So again, keeping things that my body digest optimally. All my carb sources primarily throughout my 4 main meals are all rice, and again, just keeping things pretty simple, straight to the point, and efficient. Like, bodybuilding isn't the sexiest sport. Like, you step on stage, you might look good, but in order to get there, the process isn't anything truly special. We're doing it. All right, guys, so we are sipping on our Ghost Legend pre-workout and pump. I live about 25 minutes from the gym, so the drive is a perfect time frame to start sipping on this. By the time I get there, it's fully active and in the system. Now, I just got off of a really cool call, and it's one of those humbling moments for me. I feel like I've been having a lot of those lately. But your boy just re-signed with Ghost for another year. And honestly, like, just a little not backstory, but just like a little insight on kind of like the way I like to do contract negotiations with sponsors. I don't like typically signing for a long duration. You know, I'm really young in my career, and I think, you know, at any point there can be like an opportunity for me to maximize my potential and, you know, continue to make waves in you know, this industry. And with Ghost, it was such an easy decision. I wanted to be with them long term, you know, and with the help of you guys, like the support that you guys consistently give me by using your boy's code, it allowed me for this opportunity. So this is my 2nd year ever with Ghost, like 2nd year, and it's kind of crazy to think where we are now compared to where we were, you know, just 2 years ago when I signed with them. And I'm just forever thankful, man. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Like, I'm telling you, if you are out there and you want to get sponsored by a company, whether it's Alphalete, Ghost, Young LA, Rise, all the other cool companies out there, I promise you, man, it's not far-fetched. It's not, you know, out of the realm of possibilities. You know, just head down, you know, give them a reason. And I'm telling you guys, man, it's so much closer than you guys ever could imagine and ever could think. So I just want to share that with you guys, man. I appreciate you. I love you guys. So many dope products coming out this year with Ghost, and I'm so honored to be a part of the team and the family, and to the moon we go.
Now is the time, there's no more waiting. Who will you be when the light dawns? Sweat on your palms and your pulse is racing. Who will you be when the moment comes? Will you rise? Will
Post-workout tradition, we have Netflix supersetted with a little bit of chicken and rice. Like I said, guys, I take me time very seriously on prep. So I sit in the car for about 15 minutes, put on my show, relax, no rush, and then a nice measly drive home. Now, Johnny is still in the gym finishing up his workout. Now, for those of you who don't know Johnny, Johnny is my videographer. He has been working with me now for 2 years, and just 2 days ago, he decided to move down to Tampa and take on my full-time videographer position. So you will be seeing a lot more of Johnny. But one thing you need to know about Johnny, he is obsessed with pizza and burgers. So we figured we would do a nice little cheat meal, not for me, but for him, and combine the two. So I'm gonna suffer while I sit there and watch him eat, but nonetheless, he's really gonna enjoy this one. And I think you guys might too. You ready to go get some pizza and burgers?
Yeah, I've been ready since 3 days ago. You're taking too long.
All right, guys, if you remember a few months ago in my off season, I had the best burger of all time, and that was at this location, but a different location. So this is a grand opening here at TNT Burger, and they invited me personally, which I feel special. They love the videos, so shout out to you guys. But today, unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to try the crazy array of burgers that they have, but I couldn't just keep the goodness to myself. So we have Johnny here, we have Megan on her way, and like I said, this man is a massive fan of pizza and burgers, so this is one of the only spots where you can combine the love of two. So I'm gonna take you guys through it. Your boy is struggling because I'm gonna be watching probably the greatest savory moment take place while I'm suffering, but it's gonna be worth it when I see the smile on his face. Pizza burgers, baby! Look at that, dude. Look at that.
I'm gonna do a pizza burger, please. Yeah.
French fries?
Yes.
I'm gonna do the same thing. Same thing. And then water as well. Water.
Big pizza guy. All right. Normally,
Where do you even start?
this is kind of, the construction of it is interesting, right? They have the pepperonis on top, they have the cheese, and then the burgers on the inside. So do I just like flip it over? I guess just kind of do.
I think you just go animalistic.
Just go crazy.
Bartley style.
Yeah. Oh my god.
All right, guys, on a serious note, I feel like a couple years ago, or at least when I started bodybuilding, if I was out in public and being social around food, I would be absolutely going crazy right now. But I feel like as I matured over the years and started really honing in on my purpose in bodybuilding, it became so much easier to be social, even if that social atmosphere was surrounded by food. And trust me, it's not easy. But I will say, you know, when your goals are bigger than your stomach, I think that makes sense. But you know, it's a little bit different, man. So it's kind of funny. Johnny's having a good time. Megan's having a good time. And I remember, like, in a few videos ago where we said she's on a diet. Yeah, it's not looking good. But again, man, it's one of those things that I promise you, if you're younger in this sport, it will get easier over time. You know, just trust the process. Keep doing what you got to do. Don't allow bodybuilding to turn your social meter down so low that you legitimately are a lesser version of yourself, at least when it comes to like being social, I guess. I don't know, man. I feel like I've lost a lot of friends in my early days of bodybuilding because of this, but now I feel like, I don't know, man. I just feel so much more at peace being able to handle this as I see Johnny stuff his face with fries right now.
So I asked for marinara sauce, and she gave me TNT sauce. Well, she gave me marinara too, but the syringe is TNT. So do I just, or I don't know.
Oh!
My God.
Bro, that looks like a bad injection. You gotta sit them on apple pecan pancake. Let's go. Fuck you mean, bro? Fuck a burger. IHOP pancakes elite. I don't want to hear no fucking Chick-fil-A. I don't want to hear no Five Guys. I don't want to hear none of that, bro. You go to IHOP. I'm telling you, it's elite.
What about Pizza Hut pizza?
Pizza Hut's good, bro, but I'm not trying to shit sideways for like 3 weeks, bro. Tell you about prep is just how much laundry you have to do and how many different outfits you're going to wear throughout the day, whether it's first session of cardio, second session of cardio, gym, and then if you do something after the gym, you throw on another outfit, and then you relax at night, throw on another outfit. So it's been getting a little crazy. So laundry is probably the washing machine is probably the #1 most used machine in this house, and then the rice cooker is probably second. But we're getting ready to take down the final meal of the day. It is currently 9 o'clock, a little later than I typically like. Typically I like to get my last meal in by 8 o'clock, but final meal of the day consists of 70 grams of pineapple, 70 grams of Quaker oatmeal, and soon to be 235 grams of egg whites with 1 whole egg. So total macros of the day come out to 285 grams of carbs, 69 grams of fat, and 306 grams of protein. And currently I am 7 to 8 weeks out. And when I say 7 to 8 weeks out is simply because we're allowing my body to be at its best before we make a decision. So if that means 3 weeks out, we're projecting to be the best, in 4 weeks, then we're gonna do a later show. Or if we're on track, or if we're even early, we'll do that. At the end of the day, last year was crazy. And with traveling for my wedding and then doing like a shotgun prep, I lost a lot of tissue. And this time around, we're making sure that we control our timeline and focusing on bringing the best version of Alex to the stage. So right now, this high day has helped so much. Like I said, these high, low, and dig days are not easy, but they're effective. And also they truly help with the mental. When you know you got a high day coming, it just sets the rest of the week up for success, because you can suffer for a duration time knowing you got a high day coming. So I'm excited. Tomorrow we have a low day. Low day. And then soon we get ready to push. And that is a wrap on today's full day of eating. Let me know if you guys want to see a dig day and what that looks like. But for now, we're going to enjoy the carbs while they're here. And then come tomorrow, we're going to get ready to push. So as always, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And I'll see you in the next video.
The way you keep me moving, without you, I think I'd lose it.